It's Amanda Moxley, and I want to talk to you today about stop sucking at sales and start being a sales angel who profits while you serve. So here is the deal, my friends. If you are like I used to be, I used to really hate sales. I would much rather put on a 3-day event and invite people to work with me from, the platform of being on stage versus being on the phone or being intimate in those conversations. So I know I'm not the only one, and sales is one of those things where it is vulnerable and you're deep and you're connecting, and it's like you're going to face rejection. People are going to want to say no to working with you. People are going to want to it's just going to bring up all your stuff basically. And so I want you to stop. I really want to give you some tips in today's video. And then I'm going to have a cheat sheet for you over in the Moxley Method Speaker Society Facebook group. We're loading up that group with tons of content and video and trainings and things like that. But see, if you do not, one of my mentors once told me this. She said, if you do not master sales, you will suffer and you will not be able to be successful in your business. Like, this is literally the number one skill. No sales, no money. No sales, no money. No pain, no money. No sales, no money. And so this is really important. And sales is an inside job. First, you have to sell yourself on you. If you're not sold on your service and the program or the product or the expertise that you offer and the lifetime value of the transformation that you're providing for your client, if you're not sold on that, then guess what? Nobody else will. Okay, I learned a lot. My little daughter is a Girl Scout, and she was selling Girl Scout cookies recently. And I didn't want to go to our neighbors. It was like late at night, and of course we left at the last minute. And I was like, no, let's not bother them. Let's not bother them. And she's like, Mommy, these are Girl Scout cookies and they only come out once a year. We have to do it. And I was like, okay, fine, you go. And I like waited in the car because I didn't want to bug my friend. And it was, whatever. So he went to the car and she just nailed it. So it's like, you have to be sold. You have to know the value of your program and on your product. And when you are like that, you're going to be like my little 7-year-old and be fired up. Okay. Like, who could say no to a Girl Scout? Although people did say no to her. And that's the thing, is it's not, you can't take it personally, even though it's really hard because it's your little that you're selling and you feel like, oh, they're going to say no to me. But really it means not now, just mean, or no means not now. Okay. Now here's another thing. You guys need to know your statistics. So industry standards, on a phone call, you can convert about 20%. So you need to talk to at least 10 people in order to get 2 clients at 20%. So that is why I'm a big fan of speaking, right? Because you can get in front of a lot of people. And then from those lot of people, then you can convert 3 to 5 clients with every talk you deliver. But so you got to know your stats. You got to know the stats of how many people you need to have conversations with. And you also need to practice it. So I'm going to go and just, if you don't practice it, then, and you don't actually know the strategy, you'll fail. Like, I know a lot of beginners and novices, what they do is they either rush straight to the sale, or they're not deep listeners, or, see, what are your sales problems, you guys? Where do you feel stuck? But a lot of people, they don't sit in the pain enough, and they sit there and they listen to the client and they think the client is like completely, everything is fine and la la la. Or maybe, I know some mistakes I've made is I've like literally in the early days, I read a script. I was reading my script on the phone. Okay. And I was like following my script, right? And this prospect was like, if I have to do what you're doing, sit there and read a script, I don't want to do that. And I was like, fair enough. I was like, I'm just learning this, I'm learning this and I'm in a learning curve, and it's not comfortable for me either. And I think there was a time where I had like 20 calls and I didn't enroll anyone. So it's really, I would say sales is such an intimate journey, and it's such a journey of your own self. Like, it is awesome. It's not just sales because you're making money, but it's like your own stuff. Like, I remember being in this mastermind and like literally crying because I was like, I've had all these calls and no one's saying yes, this doesn't work and I can't do it and it's too hard. And I was crying, and what I realized is I was putting all this pressure on myself, and that those sales and me making that money meant something. Like, my identity was attached to the number of sales or my closing ratio. Like, I was putting so much on that versus just me being cool with me, centered in me, centered in my value. And I don't mean to talk about me, but I want you to go there too. And I'm just sharing my experience. So it's a huge journey and you have to learn it. And I'm going to be talking more and I have a 3-part video training in the Moxie Method Speaker Society that I want to invite you to. I'm going to pop the link here. Hi, Belinda. You're the best. I'm so happy you're here. So I'm going to pop this in here and we're going to get you these trainings. Hi, Stephen. I'm glad you're here too. And I can't wait to see you next month. So I'm going to pop in these trainings. We're going to load up the Moxie Method Speaker Society, and I want to coach with you guys, help you with these free trainings. Now, a lot of you guys, maybe you don't even have sales calls yet, and that's why the other trainings I have in Moxie Method Speaker Society are going to help you actually get those calls, get those consultations, so that you actually have the problem of getting rejected, right? Like, it's actually a problem when you actually get rejected on a sales call. And maybe some of you guys right now, you're not even having those conversations, okay? The first thing to know is that sales is all about service. It's about serving and helping people, and coming from that service mindset and trusting that that money is going to come back. And what happens is when you're sitting on sales calls or you're putting yourself out there a lot, maybe you're commission based, what happens is you start getting resentful and angry. So you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself. Hello, Patricia. You have to check yourself before you wreck yourself. But honestly, sales is a strategy. And once you learn that strategy and you learn that system, then it's like, you know what to do. And I'm going to give you guys a cheat sheet, but you know what to do and how to take them through, and bam. So it really is. Hi, Bill. So happy you're here. Once you have that system and then it's like, okay, you got it. Okay. Just don't get lost in the weeds. And you have to get to the pain point. No pain, no sale. Okay. Also, I'm a big fan of overcoming objections inside of the sales conversation. Talking about the money, talking about the things that you don't really want to talk about, talking about the common objections inside of the conversation of the sales conversation, not at the end where they're like I literally have gotten stood up. People are like, oh, I just have to ask my husband, call me back in 10 minutes. And you call them back, they don't answer. They ghost you. It's happened a lot of times. And then you want to get angry. I tend to get angry, right? And so instead you have to understand that these prospects, they're scared. One of my awesome coaches, Belinda, taught me that. She's like, they're just scared too. So we got to be kind. And we have to give people grace and the benefit of the doubt. You need to talk about the money. You need to talk about time. You need to talk about also their spouse or their partner. So these are like the main things people will say at the end. They'll be like, well, I don't have the time. Well, so that you want to figure out, well, how much time do you have right now to deal with this? Or, hey, does your husband or your partner know that you're on the call today? What would they say about you joining this program? Are you the big decision maker, or are they? Do you have to make decisions together? And the other one is money. Like, how much money right now do you have earmarked or set aside to solve this problem? Okay. The other one I'm going to give you is, to me, sales is about helping people make a decision. It's making a decision. I'm okay with the yes. I'm okay with the no. I'm just not okay with the maybe. Let me think about it. So I'm going to walk you through my solution here in a minute. And if it is a good fit, are you able to make a decision today? Yes or no? Okay. Yes. Oh no, I'm not able to make a decision today. I need to, I always sleep on it 24 hours. Oh, I totally understand. I do that too. Oh, I have to talk to my partner. Oh, I know. I do that too. Right. So really leading them to make a decision and stay in the lead. Okay. Is this helpful? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? You need to lead these conversations. Most salespeople who are novices, you're too leaned back and you're not leading it. So they're running all over you. They're talking your ear off, and they're just unloading on you, and you're not leading it. So you have to lead it. Last thing I'm going to say about this, I got more trainings on this, is this. You cannot say the wrong thing to the right person. You cannot say the right thing to the wrong person. And so it's just a numbers game. It's just, sometimes people will come on and they're just ready to buy, and some people aren't. Okay, so there's some people who are shopping, some people who are ready to buy. The key here is, do not take it personally. Decide to be a sales angel, decide to be an answered prayer, and decide to show up and serve. Be vulnerable enough to ask for the sale, and be strong enough and courageous enough to lead them through to their decision. Okay, guys, I want to see you in the Moxie Method Speaker Society. I know, Bill, you're in there. Patricia, are you in there? I know Steve's in there. So join me in there. I'm going to be loading up trainings, units, all these great things and special trainings for you guys. Tell your friends, anyone that you know who wants to learn more about how to speak their way to success, how to tap into the power of profitable live events, workshops, retreats, speaking, your seminar story, your sales, and your bulletproof money mindset, creating a signature program, all the goods. That is what I'm here to help you with. Okay, so I'll see you in the group. Thanks for watching. Bye.